How did everybody come out of the game on Saturday? I know that Kerwin had the concern at the end, but did everybody come out okay?
Yeah, Kerwin's okay. He trained today, so he's available for Wednesday. And all the other guys came out of the game okay. Yeah.
No changes outside of Ajiman being back.
No, Patrick comes back into the squad. Other than that, we're all the same. Yeah.
It seemed at the tail end of last week that you kind of knew you had something for Cincinnati. Is that more about what you saw out of them or what you saw out of your team out of Miami?
I think, no, it was more to do with the Miami game. I thought we were really on it against Miami. I thought we caused them really big problems. I felt watching Cincy as well that we could cause them problems as well. We had opposite movements and then being man orientated, and I thought we did that really well, especially for the first 40 minutes of the game.
What has it taken to find that partnership that you've gotten out of the midfield of Ashley, Jabril, and Brand? We've got some really good players in them positions. Nico's been playing in there. We've had Junior playing in there as well. Ben Bender's come back to fitness as well. So it's finding, for me, the relationships that work. Didi came off, I think, after about 58 minutes on. I felt we needed to change it. He was on a yellow card. And there was one when he went in for a foul and he just towed the ball, and I was like, if he didn't tow the ball then he could be off. So it was quite a quick decision then to make sure I got him off and put Ben Bender into the 10 then and drop BB back. So you're always looking to find out which relationships will work, and earlier in the season I thought we did well with Westy and Junior, and then we've signed Didi, and Didi's come in as well and done well, and Brandt's had to wait for his chance. He got injured during pre-season, but I think he's probably not been used as a 10 as often as not, and people would probably see a 10 as one of the main creators who gets on it and is looking for that end pass, but just his running ability alone, I think, causes real big problems for the opposition, and I thought we saw that again on Saturday. Saturday.
I have to pause for Pete to see what this looks like.
We need to have you try it.
Well, he's left the tea bag in. We'll try it.
In terms of...
Not bad.
Not bad? There you go. You made mention of the run that Nate had, the one where he got himself in the middle and had to go at it. Is that something you want to see happen when you guys are kind of continuously putting pressure on there, or would you have preferred him to be more back in his spot?
No. We'd spoke about coming out of one side into the other, and our fullback would be our out ball, and if he could come on the inside, it gave their wing backs lots of problems, and if he'd have scored the goal then, I think we could have just all packed up and gone home, because I've not seen him score a goal in training yet. So, it was a good run and a good save from the goalkeeper as well. And it was something that we'd encouraged him to do. And, he makes a really good run for the first goal as well. He makes the overlap and takes the defender with him, which creates the space for the simple pass back to Westy for the cross.
What have been your observations about Liel as he continues to adjust to this league? Have you noticed him getting more comfortable? Yeah,
he's getting more comfortable. He understands what we require from him a lot more as well, without the ball. With the ball, he's always a threat, and he likes to make them out to in runs, which he made for his goal. And he doesn't have much of a back lift as well, so I think he surprised his goalkeepers with, it was quick right foot, left foot hit without much back lift of his left foot, and the power with which it hit the net. And that's what we brought him for. We know we can go and create them opportunities and them goals. I mean, it's a really good pass and a really good weight of pass as well from Westy. And that's the thing, the small details that I keep talking to the players about. That presentation on the pass when you play it forward, what you're asking your actual teammate to do with it. And I thought that was really good detail from Ashley on his pass.
Is Columbus, the game that you guys played against them, harder to analyze because you only got to see them against you for about 20-25 minutes at full strength, or is you can still gain enough from?
Yeah, you gain a little bit from them, but
as you say, after 25 minutes they were down to 10 men for the rest of the game. So, and they were dogged and resistant. They're certainly lovers of the football and possession. They didn't hurt us too much with the ball, but we know that 11v11 for me they're the best I've seen in the MLS so far since I've been here. I think they've got a real visible style of play. They're pretty fluid, and they've got players who can hurt you with good runs and finishes.
Will there be any communication between you and Wilfred? I know you are new to the MLS All-Star Game factor, but he's the MLS All-Star coach. Will there be any communication about, hey, maybe you should have taken a couple of my players to Columbus?
No, because I have no interest in the All-Star Game at all. So, we'll have it. Hopefully, we'll have a drink after, because I know Kwame and they came into us after the game and had a drink, and I'd like to go and have a drink with them after. And as I say, I met Wilfred at the start at the MLS market down in Miami, and really liked his company. But as I say, I've got no interest in the All-Star Game at all.
So didn't know him before? This was the first time?
No, this is the first time I've met him. From afar, I knew, because I obviously know Kwame, so I knew there was at Montreal before, and then went down down to Columbus, and they've done an unbelievable job there. So for me, they're up there to be favourites again for the MLS Cup.
In a way, I know you said you weren't all that pleased with the defense against Cincinnati. Kind of a bit of a wake up for them, going into a big game. Yeah,
we've just reviewed the game, and there's a few things that we've just spoke about. Their first goal, for instance. It's very easy to criticise the defence, for goals. That for me wasn't. We've won the ball back. They come and press us, and they go all out press because they're chasing the game. 7 against our 6, and Nathan plays the ball into the space where we should have a man occupying it, and we don't. We've got a 4v3 up front, and if we connect that pass, then there's another opportunity to go 3-0. We go to sleep at that moment, and all of a sudden, because they're committed to the press, they outnumber us and end up getting a goal from it. And it was a good finish, but them and the small details again that we keep needing to get better at.
This is the time of year where there's so much coming and going. There's the schedule gets wonky. You look at it like that's just how it goes, or you fight to find consistency, to keep things going? Yeah, no,
you're still trying to find consistency. Obviously, the window opens on Thursday, is it? I think, and Liala Barda goes to the Olympics after the game on Wednesday as well, and we wish him well there. But hopefully, we can have some incomings as well during this window.
You expect to see anybody new walking in the training ground here in the next?
It'd be nice to see something new.
Okay. I know Bender got back in there after he kind of struggled pressing. Sometimes when the guys struggle with something, you don't see him for a while. So the fact that you saw him again, did he make some adjustments in practice that you saw?
Yeah, I know he was really frustrated after the game because he gave the first 2 or 3 passes away, and he knows he's better than that. But I thought he was better without the ball. He gave us we had to change it because we'd spoke at half time about what the fix needed to be after that last 10 minutes of the first half. But even 10 minutes into the second half, they still had hold of the game, so I had to change the personnel and explain the DD1, and we decided to change Yuri as well, who hasn't started many games. So Ben and Brett came on, and I thought they helped us then gain control of the game, and then we went on and won comfortably in the end.
And asking about Abada, his speed seems like, is there anybody who can match his speed right now, or is he surprising some people with it?
I think he's surprising a few with it, yeah. And it's nice because, he didn't play against Cincinnati. I don't think we had him then, so he was a surprise to them. Hopefully, he can be a surprise to Columbus as well.
Thank you.
Cool. Sam?
So first off, Coach, wanted to know your thoughts on the Euros final and England.
Well, we came out of Europe during Brexit, so there was no surprise coming out of Europe again.
On the match, it was a debut for Scardina. You've talked to me before about how important debuts are for you. What was the process of getting Scardina's debut out of the way?
I think the game situation, match situation called for that. I've been really impressed with how he's been playing for Legacy. He's been scoring a number of goals with them as well, but his defensive work has really improved as well. You know, he's kind of a hybrid between a right back and a wide right player at the moment, and you know, I just felt he was a really good fit at that time. You know, and I thought he looked accomplished when he came on. You wouldn't have thought it was his first MLS appearance. So yeah, I was pleased for him, and you know, he got a round of applause in the dressing room after.
And then Aaron John was spotted practicing with the first team this morning. Is there perchance another debut in the works?
It's too early to tell. I mean, AJ's just signed a new contract. We also had Brian Romero training and Penna training as well with us. You know, we like to move a few up and have a look at them as well, and you know, and see how they are amongst our group. You know, and I think that's what you need to have that. For people in the Legacy, see that there's a pathway for them to get through to the first team. So I think it's, especially on, you know, match day +2 when, you know, half the group you know, doing a regen session, it's good to see some of the Legacy players train with you.
And then finally, Columbus is a hard place for Charlotte to play. I believe it's 1 draw and 2 losses all time in Columbus. What you bring, or what kind of mentality are you hoping that the team brings to the match on Wednesday?
Well, they can bring my mentality is that I'm unbeaten there.
Good tip.
Thanks, Sam.
Will, you got to follow up? Will, your mic's
There
gone.
goes my mic. Oh. Thank you.
There we go.
Did Yuri, with his performance, make things a little more difficult for you with the decision up front?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I wanted him to do. You know, he scored a really good goal. His movement was really good. I thought he tired as the game went on, and he came a little bit untidy with the balls into him. But you know, what more can he do? Score a goal? You know, he had the chance when he went through early in the game, and probably, you know, usually with them chances he takes it. I know Miles Robinson's quick, and he probably felt him behind him and rushed his touch a little bit. But yeah, he's put pressure on me. That's all he can do to who I decide to go with against Columbus.
Everyone on the Zoom, everyone good? Follow up?
I'll ask
Yeah, go ahead.
when, I know I'd hate to ask about this with one game Wednesday, but for the weekend with Swiderski, do you still see him working in a creative role, you know, when he does maybe get in, or kind of a pure striker?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I've not looked that far, and I think, you know, me right now, Carol, I'm just looking at the Columbus game, and then once that's done, we'll have a look at it. But he trained really well today. I think he scored 6 or 7 goals in training, so that tells me a lot about him and the type of player he is, and where he wants to play, and where he can cause the opposition problems. So, again, still been really pleased with his progress in training.
All right, strong up there. Thanks, everyone.